And DC families are now getting a boost in home ownership. Amazon launching a plan to help underserved DC families buy their own homes. T.O. Armis from the Washington Post joining us now. Glad to have you here with us. So talk to us about this. I mean, Amazon, a multi-billion-dollar company, helping locals accomplish this American dream. Break it down for us. How would this work?
Yeah, so Amazon has this thing called its Housing Equity Fund, which is a $2 billion fund that it's been using mostly to subsidize the preservation or creation of rental housing. And this is kind of a new venture for the Housing Equity Fund. Basically, what it's going to do is partner with a bunch of local nonprofits, local groups, and help them with a whole range of different strategies to help lower income, middle income families buy a home in some really innovative and really new ways to sort of develop this affordable homeownership model.
Okay, and I apologize, I got your name wrong. It's Theo, not T.O. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so does this kind of go hand in hand with, they've got their new headquarters being built in the DMV? Is this why they're deciding to choose this area to offer these affordable housing options?
Absolutely, yeah. So this program, it's not only in the DC area, but it's also in Seattle and in Nashville, where Amazon has a really large presence. As I'm sure a lot of people know, Amazon has certainly been blamed for a lot of sort of soaring housing prices, a lot of gentrification that's been happening in Seattle. And so this is really its effort to kind of get ahead of some of that with its HQ2 campus that it opened earlier this summer in Arlington, saying, this is what we're going to do to help families stay in their homes, what we're going to do to sort of help tackle the affordable housing crisis as, this growing corporate presence in the region.
Yeah. So do you have to be or want to be an Amazon employee to live in this type of housing? Or is it really for anybody? And are they specifically targeting certain parts of the district?
Yeah, so absolutely not. You don't need to have any sort of connection with Amazon. I will say a lot of this is sort of really in the early stages, and a lot of it is sort of really about kind of picking local organizations who are then sort of going to look at their own specific programs. So we don't really have a ton of details yet on who this is ultimately going to benefit. The one local group that Amazon had said it will be partnering with is an organization called the Douglas Community Land Trust. That's an affordable housing group that's based in the Anacostia neighborhood. It certainly has done a lot of work there, although it is also looking into affordable homeownership programs elsewhere in the district. Yeah. So kind of gotta stay tuned for those details.
Sure. Okay, so where does this go from here? You said still early on in the implementation process of this, but as far as the Amazon side of all of this, what do they need to do to move forward?
Yeah, so, Amazon has said that they're sort of in talks with a lot of these local groups, these local organizations. They're going to give those groups grants so that they can kind of study the issue and study, a whole different range of ways to make homeownership possible for more people. Then they're going to loan out some money to those groups to actually make that happen. And so that might be something like, putting in a deed on a house that has a restriction that says you can't sell it for more than a certain amount of money. It might be, a program kind of like the Community Land Trust that I mentioned that is sort of looking to sell homes for under market value. It's, basically exploring what's the best way to do that in a place like DC that has gotten so expensive to live in.
Okay. What do people need to do or know to apply? I mean, can they already start sending in any information to Amazon or whomever would be in charge of this?
Yeah, so it's all going to be administered, through these local organizations. Again, each of them sort of has their own model as far as benefiting folks. I think in general, just from talking with some of the sort of affordable housing experts who are helping Amazon with this project, it generally sort of, you have to meet certain income requirements, right? So the goal is to help people who are not super rich and can already afford a house themselves. And, oftentimes there's sort of like community involvement requirements, requirements on, having lived in the area for a certain amount of time or going through sort of certain workshops or programs. But that's all going to come down to, the groups that ultimately do get the money, like the Community Land Trust I mentioned.
Okay, well, we will have to wait and see. Theo Armis with the Washington Post. Thanks so much for joining us. Again, Amazon trying to help underserved D.C. families buy their own homes, accomplish the American dream. We will still, as he mentioned, have to wait and see how it all pans out.